Matt here from Orange County.
That's right.
How do you feel about Dublin so far?
It's a little gloomy, cold, and rainy.
Yeah.
But I've been to Europe before, so I kind of prepared for it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
What part of Europe were you?
London.
Okay. Not too much of a difference then. Okay, how long have you been lifting for?
Like weights for 26 years almost, since I was 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What got you into powerlifting?
I was just, at the time I was bodybuilding, and then some guys in the gym just noticed that I was pretty strong, and they said that, I could still bodybuild and just do powerlifting in the off season, so I just decided to try it, and I did a meet, and I just loved it ever since.
So you bodybuilded prior to this, and then you started powerlifting. What made you completely 180? Did you still bodybuild like on the side?
I did for about another year, another competition.
Okay.
But I think what I like about powerlifting is it's more objectives because of the numbers versus bodybuilding. It's like every judge likes different things and how you look. But also the most important part is the eating. I don't have to like eat so clean and be so rigid.
Yeah.
There is weight classes, but I can still be kind of balanced with eating clean, but also eating what I want sometimes.
Yeah. So mentally, how do you feel like that, like, versus like bodybuilding, powerlifting? Eating is one thing. Do you feel like it gives you more confidence, powerlifting versus bodybuilding? Because I've heard with a lot of bodybuilders, it's more of like a self-conscious thing where
Yeah.
you're like constantly like refining yourself, looking in the mirror. Now you're just gonna focus on like numbers, right?
Yeah, but it's still there's still a like subconscious thing about not being strong enough. So on one hand, you're not bodybuilding, you're not big enough or you're not lean enough, but powerlifting, I'm not strong enough. So it's always this chase to be better, stronger, or look better. So either way, and because of the kind of competitiveness I have, I always want to be my best.
Of course, yeah. Do you want to like make your number up there, on the board that Jay has back there?
Yeah, but I also know, like, realistically, I'm not going to be one of the top, but
Okay.
it's enough for me, yeah.
So what's your goal then, coming here in this meet here with abs?
My biggest goal was I want to squat 410, which is 903 pounds.
Okay.
It's just been one of my lifetime goals, so
crazy.
hopefully I can do that. Yeah.
Okay, so what's like one of the, hold on, I do have some good questions now. I'm so new to like powerlifting, so it's fun to ask these questions. So what does your diet look like? Like how many calories do you consume like on a daily basis? Like what's your goals?
Okay, so calorie-wise, it's roughly around 3,500 calories.
Okay.
It's not that much for someone my size, but I think just as I get older, my metabolism slows down a little bit, or I think also my body's just more efficient with calories.
Okay.
But I eat pretty clean, like Monday through Friday. I meal prep, I cook at home and stuff, and then on weekends I'll go out and eat and stuff. So, but I kind of just base it on my weight. As long as I'm in a certain weight range, I'm fine.
Yeah.
So that does take the pressure off, like being so worried about every little thing I eat.
That makes a lot of sense. So for like people up and coming in powerlifting, what would some advice be that you would give them, right? Just to avoid like certain learning curves. I mean, we all have that, right, with anything new that you do.
Yeah.
But would there be any advice to like young powerlifters that?
Yeah, I think the two most important thing is like number one, don't compare yourself to others. Everyone starts at a different level, and it's just if you keep looking at social media, compare yourself to like stronger people, you're always gonna like have a very not enough. You're always gonna be like too hard on yourself. And then the other thing is to just be patient. Building strength takes a long time. It's not something you can just overnight change. And so, over the years, I've had 5 years where I didn't make any progress. And so that's where a lot of people start or quit because, at the very beginning, their strength goes up very fast, but then after 2, 3, 4 years, the progress stops or they plateau and they just quit. And so it's just one of those things to just keep sticking with it and then change things up and adapt, and then you can still have a long career.
That's good advice. So I feel like you could implement that within any life experiences as well.
Yeah.
You feel like that's really helped you in your life as well as like mentally, of course, physically as well.
I think so because like I'm very like ambitious and just kind of like fuck it, let's just do it. Just try it, and then what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
Whereas like powerlifting and things like sports have helped me to be more patient and have trust like trust the process,
Yeah.
and have goals and set goals, set a plan, and execute the plan, and then obviously adapt within that. And you just can't rush things. You can't just say fuck it and stuff. Yeah.
Right, yeah. It helps with impulsive like people. I've noticed too a lot of like powerlifters they have like ADHD or like some sort of like
We all
thing.
have a weird
Yeah.
tics and weird, there's introverts, there's like people from prison, there's all walks of life, right?
Yeah.
And then there's also like, I put on powerlifting, so I've had, teenage girls to 80-year-old men. So I think just powerlifting is great for everybody as far as like challenging yourself mentally and physically.
Yeah, it's very, very diverse and dynamic, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, so now some fun questions. Can't make it all too serious.
Yeah.
Okay, if your brain had a voice, what would it sound like? And would you be friends with it?
I like to think the voice would sound like my voice because I hear it all the time, right? It's my voice. Yeah, I would be friends with it because my brain is really smart and cool.
Yeah, it's
Right?
better that way, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's my best friend. Been known it my whole life. My brain.
Yeah, I feel like that's something over time, like it evolves, right?
Yeah.
When you learn to like speak to yourself in
Yes.
that way and be helpful, it
Yes.
really like helps. I remember, because it's easy to challenge yourself and to like think negatively,
Yeah.
but when you change that, has that helped with powerlifting at all, or?
Like if I have a bad day or issues, like my brain will tell me the logical explanation versus
Yeah.
like my emotional side is just like fuck this and go home, and then my brain's like blah 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 blah, you're fine, everything, and then so
Yeah.
Definitely.
Learning how to like separate it.
yeah.
Okay, so if you were arrested with no context, what would your friends assume that you did?
Oh, probably either fight someone or yeah, probably fight someone or get in a car accident or like something car related. I like fast cars.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
are you a crazy driver
No,
or?
I'm not crazy, but I like fast
It's for
cars.
speed,
Yeah.
essentially.
Maybe.
What's
Or
the fastest
steal
car
a
you
car.
drove?
I've driven. I used to have like a M6
Okay.
BMW.
Oh, okay. How much horsepower is that?
Well, at the time it was a lot. This is like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, things have changed.
Yeah.
Okay. A few more questions and then are they good?
Yeah, all good. Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
I'm a rookie, so I'm
They're
like
good. The brain one's like got me.
yeah, it's
What do you
different.
say?
I was like, Jay's like, oh, I'd be Denzel Washington. And I was like, what would mine be? I was like, someone off of Peaky Blinders. Okay, so what's a lie that you tell yourself that works every time?
I don't know.
Do you ever like reverse psychology yourself?
No, I don't like
You
that.
don't? Oh, you
I don't believe in that.
Oh.
Because then I know it's reverse psychology.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I try to be very honest with myself.
That's good. All back to like that good relationship, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what's the weirdest compliment you've ever gotten?
No.
What's the weirdest Instagram DM you've ever gotten?
Oh. A lot of like, gay guys ask me for pictures and stuff. I don't have any crazy ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I had crazy stories, but they're not. Well, otherwise, I would tell you. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty low key on my DMs.
That's good then.
That's not an invite to DM me crazy shit. Okay? Jay's already thinking, right?
Yeah, careful there.
How we can monetize this?
Okay, what's the biggest misconception lifters have about you before they meet you in person?
I think not just lifters, but just people in general think that, people my size and all my tattoos that I'm like a tough, like an asshole, or a bully or something like that. But
Yeah.
I'm really like a teddy bear, like most big powerlifters we are.
Yeah, I didn't get that from you at all, but of course, it's so cold up here. You're all bundled
Yeah,
up.
I'm bundled up. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Two more, and then I'll let you be free. Okay, have you ever pretended to fall asleep to get out of something, and what was it? Make me think.
I don't. Let's see if you get out of something. No, I haven't.
Okay.
I'm not that good of an actor.
My kids do that all the time.
Really?
Yes, they're little punks.
But then it's like just wake him up.
I do.
Right?
What you know the prank with the kids with the arms,
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, if you're actually asleep, keep your arm up, and that's you have to try that. Okay, let's see. I think that's all I have for now. Anyone have any questions? Do you have anything else to ask?
What's your, where do you see yourself within the sport of powerlifting? You're going to retire on Saturday 19th in the next 5 years.
Okay. In the next 5 years, I still plan to be around powerlifting just as much as I am now. Obviously, more in a background role, more like a J role, where I'm just, whether it's putting on meets, growing my company as far as the gear and the apparel, coaching. I don't think there's much more I can do than I already do now. It would just be more of it and more often. Now, because the lifting takes so much of my life, so I would just like to. I would just expand on the other things I do within powerlifting.
One last question. If you could go back to being 14.
14.
Yeah, you said
Or 40,
you
'cause I'm 40
started
now.
lifting at 14, yeah?
Yeah, 14.
Many years ago. Would you, if you could choose a different sport and be as equally successful at, would you do it, or would you stick with powerlifting?
Yeah, I would actually choose golf. Golf is a lot easier on your body, and you make a lot of money. So if I was a higher end golfer, I'd love that life. Just golf every day, travel the world, and you know, yeah.
Instead of being broke and fucked.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Oh. It's crazy. I'm a pretty big introvert, but within powerlifting,
Yeah.
this setting, I can open up more because it's what I'm used to.
Like you're
so.
confident
Yeah.
in it and
If
stuff.
you put me at a club or a party,
Captain
I am in the wall, against the wall, just
Like you, babe, no?
Shut up. I don't know. It switches. Sometimes I don't even know like who's coming out.
you got two different